Politics. National and international. We'll start from that. The polity and governance is the part of the politics. Basically, polity and governance is the enabling elements. Let's discuss what happened in the month of January, which was the major development happened on the world surface. Conflict of Ukraine and Russia we will be discussing in very minor detail. तो यूक्रेन पर अटैक किया रसिया ने. That is considered to be the onset of war. Europe on the top of Russia's based at the end of the NATO's expansion. The purpose was Russia to inflict that or to invade on the Ukraine is to somewhere Russia have the opinion that if Ukraine becomes a part of NATO, that may be the threat to its territorial or geographical reach or geographical limits. ये एक कारण हो सकता है. तो और दूसरा ये था कि यूक्रेन जो है that is somewhere considered to be anti-Russian league और उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए रशियन प्रेसिडेंट ने ये कार्रवाई की है. और भी कुछ एक इश्यूज हैं जो इसके दौरान डिस्कस करेंगे. अभी एक बहुत बड़ा इन्वेजन है, अभी तक चल रहा है. करीब 1 लाख से ज्यादा रशियन सोल्जर और करीब 2.5 लाख से ज्यादा यूक्रेन के लोग अभी तक मारे जा चुके हैं. ये एक कंप्लीट मिलिट्री वॉर है 2 कंट्रीज के बीच में. अब ये हो कहाँ रही है? ये ईस्टर्न और साउदर्न बॉर्डर पर हो रही है और कई फ्रंट्स पर यूक्रेन मिलिट्री जो है वो लड़ाई कर रही है अभी भी. ये हालांकि फरवरी मंथ में भी ऐसा ही हो रहा था. और जब ये स्पीच जो यूक्रेन के प्रेसिडेंट है व्लादिमीर जेलेंस्की, उन्होंने उस टाइम पे अनाउंस किया कि करीब 137 लोग मारे गए हैं और बहुत सारे लोग जो सिविलियंस हैं और ट्रूप्स हैं 100 की तादाद में वो घायल हुए हैं. इसका बैकग्राउंड है कि जब इन 2014 पे क्रीमिया एक आइलैंड एरिया है, वहां पर रसिया ने अटैक किया था. यूक्रेन हैज बीन लिविंग इन फियर द war with Russia for nearly 8 years. Russia and Ukraine have been at odds for long time, बहुत लंबे समय से हैं. Russia claiming Ukraine as the part of its country and opposing Ukraine's developing ties to the West. ये आपने सुना होगा कि कोल्ड वॉर हुई थी और उस कोल्ड वॉर में USSR वो डिसइंटीग्रेट हुआ था, जिसमें करीब 17 कॉकेशियन कंट्री अलग हो गए थे. उनमें से यूक्रेन एक बड़ा कंट्री है जो अलग हुआ, बड़ा एरिया था जो अलग हुआ. तो USSR की फुल फॉर्म क्या है? USSR की फुल फॉर्म बताए कोई मुझे? सोवियत सोशलिस्ट रिपब्लिक ना, यूनाइटेड सोवियत सोशलिस्ट रिपब्लिक. Today's Russia was erstwhile USSR. ठीक है, as part of the country. ये मतलब एक जनरल एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग है about that place and the geopolitical situation happening over there. उसके बाद Russian President Vladimir Putin wants to recapture the former Soviet Union Republic. उसको फिर से कैप्चर करना चाहते हैं. He requested that Ukraine military put down the weapon. Prior to its cessation in 1991, Russia and Ukraine were both the members of Union of Soviet Socialist Republic USSR. Not united, it is Union, which consisted of 15 republics. War कैसे शुरू हुआ? Genesis ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट बेसिकली काफी लंबे समय से एग्जिस्ट कर रहा था. They began to escalate. It began to escalate out of control in early 2021 when Vladimir Zelensky and Ukrainian President hinted the US President Joe Biden to allow Ukraine to join NATO forces. NATO is North Atlantic Treaty Organization, जो एक ग्रुप ऑफ कंट्रीज हैं जिनके बीच में एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, एक एग्रीमेंट है कि अगर इन कंट्रीज के ऊपर कोई बाहरी कंट्री अगर अटैक करता है तो वो सारे कंट्रीज के अगेंस्ट अटैक या इन्वेजन माना जाएगा. दिस रसिया इज दिस सिचुएशन इन्फ्यूरिएटेड रसिया हाईली. बहुत ज्यादा उससे गुस्सा गया क्योंकि यूक्रेन को नेटो कंट्रीज का सपोर्ट मिल जाता, विच अगेन बहुत वहां पर डिप्लॉयमेंट स्टार्ट हो गया. एंड रसिया वांट्स to legally enforceable promise from US that NATO forces will not conduct any military operations on the Eastern Europe, especially in Europe, Ukraine. तो ये एक डेवलपमेंट है, इसे थोड़ा सा पढ़िएगा. उसके बाद this isn't the first time that a conflict between Russia and Ukraine have erupted. पहली बार नहीं हुआ है. Russia had previously invaded Ukraine in 2014. It happened when Putin separatists captured major swathes of eastern Ukraine, and they have been fighting the Ukraine since army invasion, Ukrainian army since invasion. बहुत सारा ऐसा यूक्रेन का एरिया है जो जिसमें प्रो रशियन जो ग्रुप्स हैं वो एग्जिस्ट करते हैं और वो कुछ पर्टिकुलर पोर्शन ऑफ यूक्रेन का रशिया से एनेक्स कराना चाहते हैं और एक तरह से कह सकते हो कि एक सेपरेट होमलैंड भी क्रिएट हो सकता है. रसिया ऑल्सो एनेक्स क्रीमिया को एनेक्स किया था 2014 के आसपास. यूक्रेन ने बहुत एक्सटेंसिव सोशल और कल्चरल टाइज रही हैं रसिया के साथ, एंड रशियन इज वाइडली स्पोकन ओवर देयर. उसके बाद what happened next, that Ukraine's pro-Russian president lost in early 2014. 2014 से पहले जो प्रेसिडेंट थे यूक्रेन में वो प्रो रशिया थे. जेलेंस्की के आने के बाद जो रिजाइम का जो आउटलुक है वो चेंज हुआ एंड रशिया केम to an offensive against this. It is estimated that more than 14,000 people have died as a result of continuous war happening in the east. इस टाइम तक, जब अभी फरवरी मंथ तक 2014 से लेकर के मंथ ऑफ फरवरी 2022 तक करीब 14,000 लोग मारे जा चुके थे. मिन्स्क पीस एग्रीमेंट was signed by Russia and Ukraine to end the ongoing violent armed conflict which was going on in East Ukraine. एक यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा ये डिटेल भी है. ये पार्ट है जहां पर कंप्लीट जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है वो चल रहा है और क्रीमिया है, ये एरिया है जिसको रसिया ने we can say usurped. इस पर आप कह सकते हो कि स्टेक बना लिया है. अब उसके बाद however the armed conflict continues. उसके बाद भी continue. Russia said that it will be sending peacekeepers to the affected regions. रसिया ने वहां पर अपनी आर्मी को पीसकीपर्स के फॉर्म में बोल करके भेजता रहा है. एंड मॉस्को इज यूजिंग इट एज ए कवर टू ऑक्युपाई सेवरन यूक्रेनियन कंट्री. और इस सब कह करके वो कंट्री के कुछ एक पार्ट्स पर रसिया कब्जा करता आ रहा है. राइजिंग टेंशन बिटवीन रसिया एंड यूक्रेन which shares the border with the Eastern European Union has ramifications for the European Union. This is why the European Union has joined US in declaration of the penalties against Russian firms, majority of which the NATO members. अगर किसी तरह से कंप्लीट यूक्रेन को अगर रसिया एनेक्स करता है तो यहाँ पर ये जो बॉर्डर है ये यूरोपियन बॉर्डर है, यूरोपियन बॉर्डर है। तो ये जो कंट्रीज हैं ये रसिया से डायरेक्ट थ्रेट में आएंगे। दैट इज वन ऑफ द रीजन जहां पर एंटायर यूरोप जो है वो यूक्रेन को फेवर कर रहा है और यूनाइटेड नेशन में और नेटो के साथ मिलकर के अगेंस्ट रशियन जो इन्वेजन है उसको, उसके अगेंस्ट आप ये कह सकते हो कि एक एक एक एक एक इंटीग्रेटेड फोर्स तैयार कर रहा है। जस्ट कुछ टाइम पहले फ्रेंच प्रेसिडेंट इमैनुअल मैक्रोन ने मॉस्को की यात्रा की थी एंड रशियन प्रेसिडेंट व्लादिमीर पुतिन इन एन एफर्ट टू calm down the ongoing tension। उसके बाद डोनेस्टिक एंड लुहांस्क रीजन के बारे में देखते हैं क्या है ये। रशियन प्रेसिडेंट रिकॉग्नाइज 2 सेपरेटिस्ट ईस्टर्न यूक्रेनियन रीजन, डोनेस्टिक एंड लुहांस्क, ये रीजन है डोनेस्टिक एंड लुहांस्क। दोनों रीजन मिले कलेक्टिवली मिलाकर के डोनबास बोला जाता है इनको। द रीजन कंप्राइजेस बोथ यूक्रेनियन कंट्रोल्ड पार्ट एज वेल एज सेपरेटिस्ट कंट्रोल पार्ट। इन दोनों रीजन पर कुछ हद तक आप ऐसे मान सकते हो कि अर्स्टवाइल कश्मीर वाला इश्यू था। द मेन इंडस्ट्रीज आर कोल माइनिंग एंड स्टील प्रोडक्शन। इस एरिया में कोल माइनिंग एंड स्टील प्रोडक्शन मेन इंडस्ट्रीज है। उसके बाद एक प्रोजेक्ट है दैट इज नॉर्ड स्ट्रीम 2। जर्मनी हैज सस्पेंडेड द सर्टिफिकेशन प्रोसेस ऑफ नॉर्ड स्ट्रीम 2 गैस पाइपलाइन फ्रॉम रशिया। नॉर्ड स्ट्रीम 2 1230 किलोमीटर लंबी एक नेचुरल गैस पाइपलाइन है, runs from Ust-Luga in Russia to Greifswald in Germany, typical German नाम है, through the Baltic Sea, and that will carry 55 billion cubic meters of gas per year। ज्यादातर गैस रशिया से एक्सपोर्ट होती है और it is designed to double Russia's gas export to the Germany। और जाड़ों में जितना भी सपोर्ट यूक्रेन और आसपास के कंट्रीज को वो नॉर्ड स्ट्रीम पाइपलाइन 1 से सपोर्ट मिलता है, जो नॉर्ड स्ट्रीम पाइपलाइन 2 वो डेवलप हो रही थी। It runs parallel to the earlier Nord Stream pipeline, which has been working since 2011 and would double the capacity of this much billion cubic meters of gas in a year। और ये जाड़े में इसका बहुत बड़ा रोल था हाउस होल्ड्स के लिए भी, कि घरों को गर्म रखने के लिए। The Russian state-owned gas company Gazprom owns half of the Nord Stream 2। रशिया की जो स्टेट ओन कंपनी का मतलब है जो रशियन गवर्नमेंट की कंपनी है गैज़प्रोम, वो नॉर्ड स्ट्रीम 2 में उसका आधा स्टेक था। This is the pipeline which is moving inside Baltic Sea from Weisburg to Reisfeld, Germany। उसके बाद अब बात का अभी उस टाइम का डेवलपमेंट क्या है। यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स यूरोपियन नेशंस agreed to block select Russian banks from SWIFT, founded in 1971। SWIFT, Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, a non-listed Belgium-based firm, is actually a cooperative of bank। तो यूरोपियन नेशंस ने और यूनाइटेड नेशंस ने, आप इनको सैंक्शंस बोल सकते हैं, लगाए कि स्विफ्ट से रशियन जो बैंक है उनको ब्लॉक कर दिया गया है। इट डजंट हैंडल एनी ट्रांसफर ऑफ फंड इटसेल्फ, बट इट्स मैसेजिंग सिस्टम प्रोवाइड्स बैंक्स द मीन्स टू कम्युनिकेट रैपिडली, सिक्योरली एंड इनएक्सपेंसिवली। The bank's SWIFT system to send standardized messages about transfer of sums between themselves, transfer of funds for clients, and buy and sell orders for assets। These measures will ensure Russian financial institutions are disconnected from the international financial system and harm their ability to operate globally. India abstains from United Nations Security Council resolution deploring the Russian invasion of Ukraine. यूनाइटेड नेशन सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल के रेजोल्यूशन से रसिया ने एब्सटेन रखा है, मींस अपने आप को दूर रखा है जब रसिया का डिप्लोरेशन रेजोल्यूशन रखा गया था. India along with China and United Arab Emirates abstained from vote, and resolution was not passed since Russia vetoed. Since Russia in itself is the member of permanent council, United Nations Security Council का permanent member है, तो वो अगर वो वोट नहीं करता है तो कोई भी resolution पास नहीं हो सकता, because all the 5 members of the Security Council have the veto power. Veto power means हिंदी में इसको निषेधाधिकार बोलते हैं, and that is the absolute power of every member of the permanent security council, and every member must be agreeing to any situation if resolution is to be passed. So the resolution called for Russia to cease the use of force against Ukraine, withdraws all its forces. This was the resolution in that case. While abstaining, India expresses its commitment to the United Nations Charter, international law, and respect for the sovereignty, territorial integrity of states. Asked all the states to honor these principles in finding the constructive way forward. Thereafter, Operation Ganga. उस टाइम पर जो ऑपरेशन इंडियन सिटीजन्स को भारत वापस लाने का था यूक्रेन से, उस ऑपरेशन का नाम ऑपरेशन गंगा था. It is an evacuation mission by the Indian government to bring back all Indian nationals who are currently stranded in Ukraine, जो यूक्रेन में फंसे हुए थे. In that very month, another development happened, that is the Dawda Saab Phalke International Film Festival Award 2022. The prestigious ceremony of Dawda Saab Phalke International Film Festival Award was held in February 20. Event held in Mumbai, and there are certain list of winners of Dawda Saab Phalke International Film Festival Award 2022. The Film of the Year Award Pushpa, The Rise, Best Film Award Shershah, Best Actor Award Ranveer Singh for the film 83, Best Actress Award Kriti Senan in film Mimi, and this is the long list of awards carrying different titles. Best Short Film Award is Pauli. Please keep your patience intact while listening to the details I am sharing with you. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled the Statue of Inequality. ये ध्यान रखिएगा. Prime Minister dedicated to the nation 216 feet tall Statue of Equality in Hyderabad to commemorate the 11th century Bhakti Sant Ramanujacharya. The statue had been conceptualized by the Chinna Jiyar Swami of Sri Ramanujacharya Ashram. This is basically structure of this is the little detail about the structure of statue. A statue is made up of panchaloha, combination of 5 metals: gold, silver, copper, brass, and zinc. It is one among the tallest metallic statues in sitting position of the world. Need not to discuss that in detail. Simply just understand who is Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya was an Indian philosopher, Hindu theologian, social reformer, and one of the most important exponent of Sri Vaishnava tradition within the Hinduism. There are several traditions. One is Vaishnava and another one is Saivism. His philosophical foundation for devotionalism were influential to the Bhakti movement. And Ramanujacharya promoted the idea of equality in all aspects of life, including faith, caste, and creed. Now, next development is related to business and trade, or trade and commerce. Hindustan Petroleum Limited has marked its foray into the non-fuel retailing sector by inaugurating its retail store under the brand name of Happy Shop. Thereafter, Sony Group Corp is purchasing Bungie Inc., the US video game developer behind the popular Destiny and Halo franchise. This is an international news. I should have discarded this one. Somehow this has left. Now next is PaisaBazaar.com is a digital platform for consumer credit, has partnered with RBL Bank to offer Paisa on demand credit card. Again, this is not that much relevant information from the point of TISSNET. Next, Small Industrial Development Bank of India has launched Waste to Wealth Creation Program for women in Sundarbans in West Bengal. Basically, in this, the women will make ornaments and showpieces from the fish scales, and SIDBI will extend benefits to 50 women directly, generating revenues from alternate livelihoods. Thereafter, Security Exchange Board of India. SEBI board has decided to make provision for the separation of role of chairperson and CEO as voluntary against mandatory earlier. The market regulator had in June 2017 set up a committee on the corporate governance under the Uday Kotak with a view to seek recommendation for the further corporate governance norms for the listed companies. Now, economy and banking, only these three pieces of news were found to be most relevant or of little relevance. SBI Chairman Dinesh Kumar Khara, as per SBI Chairman Dinesh Kumar Khara, National Asset Reconstruction Company Limited, NARCL is also known as Bad Bank, and Indian Debt Resolution Company Limited are ready to commence operations. A total of 38 non-performing assets account worth 82,300 crore have been identified to be transferred to Bad Bank. Bad Bank deals with NPAs, non-performing assets. Next, Reserve Bank of India has cancelled Independence Cooperative Bank Limited, Nasik, Maharashtra, with effect from February 2022. Again, need not to discuss that in detail. Import and Export Bank of India, Exim Bank, on behalf of Government of India, extended a line of credit of $500 million to the government, to the Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, for financing the purchase of petroleum products. At this particular time, Sri Lanka was in financial trouble. फरवरी मंथ में श्रीलंका में बहुत जबरदस्त फाइनेंशियल ट्रबल चल रहा था. इवन गवर्नमेंट भी बहुत ज्यादा वहां पर अनस्टेबल हो गई थी. बुक्स एंड ऑथर्स के बारे में बात करते हैं. ऑपरेशन खात्मा, द बुक वाज रिलीज्ड बाय द author journalist R.C. Gunju and Ashwin Bhatnagar. The book is based upon the operation by the Special Operations Group of Jammu and Kashmir Police, lead to killing of 22 terrorists. So the Operation Khatma, written by R.C. Gunju and Ashwin Bhatnagar. Another first ever season style book titled A Class of 2006, Sneak Peek into the Misadventures of the Great Indian Engineering Life, written by Akash Kansal, the management professional. The book was virtually launched as one of the biggest book launch ceremonies at IIT Kanpur and DTU. Thereafter, another book, trilogy book series, India, that is Bharat, Coloniality, Civilization, Constitution, was authored by J. Sai Deepak. And thereafter, a short biography of the Indian athlete Neeraj Chopra, the Golden Boy Neeraj Chopra, was authored by sports author Navdeep Singh Gill. Thereafter, Virsu Studios, in association with Midas Deals Private Limited, released a motion poster for its upcoming graphic novel Atharva, The Origin, and the cricketer Mahendra Singh Dhoni has portrayed as the superhero Atharva in this motion poster and graphic novel. The motion poster features a rugged-looking Dhoni. This is the little detail, need not to discuss that in detail. Book title Atal Bihari Vajpayee, authored by Sagarika Ghosh. And Sagarika Ghosh is a journalist. She has also authored a book titled Indira, the India's Most Powerful Prime Minister. Thereafter comes another book, that is the Rajiv Kumar Bhatia, Ambassador Rajiv Kumar Bhatia, a distinguished fellow, the Foreign Policy Studies program at Gateway House, has authored a new book, his third book titled India-Africa Relations Changing Horizon. Next comes a new book titled Dignity in a Digital Age, Making Tech Work for all of us, has been authored by Ro Khanna. The book highlights the effect of changing lifestyle patterns of Americans due to technological progress. And again, this book is of international publication. You may keep it in your list in your memory or not. It's on you. And thereafter, a book titled A Nation to Protect, authored by Priyam Gandhi Modi, was launched by Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandviya. The book highlights the role of PM Narendra Modi during the COVID crisis. Thereafter, another book, it was written by Uma Das Gupta, A History of Sri Niketan, Rabindranath Tagore's pioneering work in the rural construction. The book contains Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore's work in village reconstructions by setting up Sri Niketan, a wing of his Vishwabharati International University at Santi Niketan in 1922. Thereafter, another book published, one titled The Founders, The Story of PayPal and the Entrepreneurs Who Saved Silicon Valley, authored by Jimmy Soni. It highlights the story of the multinational digital payment company PayPal. However, it have covered the journey of a startup that turned into one of the most successful companies of all time. PayPal, yes. Thereafter, Aniruddha Suri has come out with his new book titled The Great Tech Game, Shaping Geopolitics and the Destinies of Nation. Spelling हम इसको rectify कर देंगे. Thereafter, schemes and committees. Central Government of India has decided to continue the scheme Rashtriya Yuva Sashaktikarn Karyakram for another 5 years from 2021-2022 to 2025-26 to develop the personality and leadership abilities of youth and to engage them in nation building activities. This is the theme of this Rashtriya Yuva Sashaktikarn Karyakram, which government has extended by next 5 years. Thereafter, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana. This too has been extended till March 2026 with this much of the fund allocated against this particular scheme. Scheme was administered by Minister of Food Processing and Industry. Scheme aims for the overall growth and development of food processing sector. Central government has launched Sampada scheme for agro-marine processing and development of agro-processing cluster with an allocation of this much 6,000 crore. The scheme was renamed as PMKSY, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana, instead of Sampada. Thereafter, Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment has launched Central Sector Scheme titled SMILE, and SMILE stands for the support for marginalized individual for livelihood and enterprise. The new umbrella scheme aims to provide welfare measures to transgender community and the people engaged in the act of begging. The scheme will give up the necessary legal protection, social security, and promise of secured life to the targeted group. Thereafter, under the Saubhagya scheme, Rajasthan government has maximum number of households electrified through the solar-based standalone system. So, Saubhagya scheme is related to solar energy specific initiatives by the government. Thereafter, Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment launched a central sector scheme named Scheme for Economic Development for DNT, SEED, Scheme for Economic Development for DNT, that is denotified nomadic tribes, denotified nomadic tribes, semi-nomadic tribes at Dr. Ambedkar International Center, New Delhi, with DWBNDC, Development and Welfare Board for denotified nomadic and semi-nomadic communities like Banjaras, Coolies. These are some of the denotified. There are a list of denotified nomadic communities. Hope you must have listened to the names of Banjaras, Coolies, Bhotias, Bhurias. These are the notified tribes, denotified tribes. Now, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare will launch Meri Policy Mere Haath, which is a doorstep distribution drive to deliver crop insurance policies to farmers under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. The campaign aims to ensure all farmers are aware about all information on their policies, land records, process of claim, and grievance redressal under the PMFBY. Next scheme is Minister of Education approved the continuation of Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan RUSA scheme till March 2026. The new phase of the scheme would support 116 projects related to education. Now, awards and honors. P. Srijes became India's first man to win World Game Athlete of the Year award. Veteran Indian hockey goalkeeper P.R. Srijes won this prestigious World Game Athlete of the Year award. So P.R. Srijes is linked to the hockey. Tokyo Olympic gold medalist Neeraj Chopra nominated for the Laurus World Sports Award. Coal India Limited bags India's most trusted public sector company award, Coal India Limited, a Maharatan company of the Government of India. Aegis Graham Bell Awards, C. bags 3 awards for its indigenously designed and developed innovative telecom solutions. C. the full form of C. is Center for Development of Telematics. This institution has got 3 awards at the annual Aegis Graham Bell Award ceremony. Physicist Deepak Dhar became first Indian to be confirmed as Boltzmann Medal Professor Emeritus in the Department of Physics, Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research. Thereafter, Karnataka Bank awarded Digital Transformation Award by CII. And Karnataka Bank has been awarded for Digital Transformation Award, DX 2021 award. Next development of the month of February, that is culture. Tribal Affairs Ministry allocated budget for Medaram Jathara Festival in 2022. So, Ministry of Tribal Affairs have approved the budget for second largest fair Medaram Jathara Festival, and is that this this festival happened under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and Government of India has announced that travel culture and heritage will be the cynosure of 2022. Not a big development, but now appointments. Lieutenant General G.A.V. Reddy has been appointed as the head of the Defense Intelligence Agency. Not again that much important. For former Reserve Bank of India, Urjit Patel has resigned from the post of non-executive and independent director of Britannia Industries Limited. जिनको ज़ैड देना है या वो इन न्यूज़ को थोड़ा सा देख लें. Former Secretary and Department of Sports Ravi Mittal has been appointed as the chairman of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India (IBBI), as per the notification issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Government of India has appointed JNU Vice Chancellor M. Jagdish Kumar as new chairman of University Grant Commission. Government of India has appointed Sonali Singh to hold the additional charge of Controller General of India. It's Controller General of India, not Comptroller and Auditor General of India, CGA. Now, low-cost Indian airline Indigo has appointed its co-founder and promoter Rahul Bhatia as managing director of the company with immediate effect. Ronjoy Datta is the CEO of the Indigo. Professor Dinesh Prasad Saklani has been appointed as the new director of the NCERT. He replaced Rishikesh Senapati, who finished his term a year ago. Now, Ministry of Education has appointed Santisri Dhulipati Pandit as new Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru. She is the first women Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University. S.R. Narasimhan, the Director System Operation, has assumed an additional charge for the post of, need not to discuss that. Next. Board of Tata Sons Private Limited has approved the reappointment of N. Chandrasekharan. फिर से इनको second term दिया गया है. Veteran environmentalist Ravi Chopra has resigned chairman from the Supreme Court's High Powered Committee on Char Dham project. Cultino Agrotech, which runs Agri-Tech app Krisi Network, has roped in film actor Pankaj Tripathi as brand ambassador. The Institute of Economic Growth has appointed Chetan Ghate as the new director, succeeding the Ajit Misra Institute of Economic Growth. He was the member of Reserve Bank of India's first monetary policy committee. Finance Ministry's principal economic advisor, Sanjeev Sainal, has been inducted as a full-time member of Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister's. The panel chairman, Vivek Devra, announced. This TV India has announced the appointment of Indian cricketer Rishabh Pant as brand ambassador. Former ICICI Bank Madhabi Puri Boj has been appointed as SEBI chairman, replacing Ajay Tyagi. Medibuddy, one of the India's largest digital healthcare platform, has signed legendary Bollywood star Amitabh Bachchan for official brand ambassador. These all are the business and corporate news. Bata India Limited has appointed Bollywood actress Disha Patani as its brand ambassador. Pfizer India has appointed Pradeep Shah as the chairman of its board following the resignation of R.A. Shah. He is an ex-managing director and founding member of the CRISIL. Hindustan Unilever Limited announced the separation of the position of chairman and the CEO of the company. Simran Gupta will lead microblogging platform Twitter's public policy and philanthropy effort in India and South Asia. Prior to joining Twitter, Gupta was the head of the stakeholder engagement in South Asia in IACNL, Internet Corporation of Assigned Names and Numbers. Ilkar IC has been appointed as new CEO and MD of Air India. He will assume his responsibilities on April 1st, 2020. İlker IC is the former chairman of Turkish Airlines. İlker is an aviation industry leader who led Turkish Airlines to its current success during his tenure. So Air India is now with Tata. A23 gaming application owned by Digital Works, an online skill gaming company, has named Bollywood actor Shah Rukh Khan as its brand ambassador. Shah Rukh Khan will feature in A23 Chalo Saath Khele campaign along with a first of its kind responsible gaming campaign. Table tennis player Manika Batra named as brand ambassador of Adidas. Japanese auto major Honda Motor Company Limited announced appointment of Takuyama Sumara as the new president and CEO of Honda Cars Limited. And sports and games. Indian teenager Unnati Huda beat compatriot Smriti Tosniwal to claim the women's title on 2022 Odisha Open Badminton Tournament. Both belongs to badminton. Just keep that in mind. Kiran George and Priyanshu Rajawat also belongs to badminton. Government has decided to continue Khelo India National Program for the development of sports over the 15th Finance Commission cycle. Next development is Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot and BCCI President Saurav Ganguly laid foundation stone of the world's third largest cricket stadium in Jaipur. International Cricket Stadium in Jaipur will be the second largest cricket stadium in India and the third largest in the world. Currently, Narendra Modi Stadium, former Motera Stadium in Ahmedabad, is world's largest stadium with the capacity of 132,000 spectators. And the second largest stadium is in Australia's Melbourne Cricket Ground, MCG, and has the capacity of 124 spectators. Indian teen chess grandmaster Ramesh Babu Pragnanandan has created history as he defeated world's #1 chess champion Magnus Carlsen of Norway in an online chess tournament. This was belonging to the sports. Now ranks and reports. Unemployment rate in India in the month of January 2022 fell sharply to 6.57%, according to the data from the think tank Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, CMI. This is the lowest rate witnessed since March 2021. Unemployment rate rose to the 4-month high, that is 7.91% compared to 6.97% in November. Telangana recorded the lowest unemployment rate in January at 0.7%, followed by Gujarat, Meghalaya, and Odisha. This is a little bit statistics. Now, India Press Freedom Report released 2021, released by the Rights and Risk Analysis Group. According to the report, 13 media houses and newspapers were targeted in the country. 118 journalists were attacked and 6 journalists were killed. Jammu and Kashmir, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Tripura topped a list of states and union territories where journalists and media houses were targeted in 2021. Salesforce, leading player in customer relationship management, published a Global Digital Skills Index 2022, which highlights that growing global digital skills and the need for action. India scored 63 out of 100, leads to digital skills readiness, and has the highest readiness index among 19 countries. As per TomTom Traffic Index ranking in 2021, Mumbai has ranked 5th and Bangalore at the 10th in terms of most congested cities in the world. Global Entrepreneurship Monitor JAM 2021-2022 report unveiled at Dubai Expo, while India is among the top 5 easiest place to start a new business. Thereafter comes US Green Building Council released 9th annual ranking of top 10 countries outside United States for leadership in energy and environment design lead in 2021, in which India ranked third with 146 projects. It has been topped by China, 1,077 lead projects certified in 2021, followed by Canada, second position with 205 projects. Next is summits and conferences. Union Ministry of Culture organized first of its kind global summit for reimagining museum in India from February 16 to 2022. And the virtual summit conducted with the four broad themes: architecture and functional needs, management, collection, curation and conservation practices, education and audience engagement. Thereafter, Union Minister of Power launched a Power-thon 2022, a hackathon competition to find technology-driven solutions to solve complex problems in power distribution and to ensure quality and reliable power supply. Thereafter, Narcotics Bureau of India organized a Darkathon 2022 to find solutions to counter drug trafficking through the darknet. The initiative aims at the involving students, youth, and technical experts to find effective solutions to unravel the anonymity of darknet markets. Agency recently smashed 3 groups of drug peddlers that were operating on the network that accessed through encryption software, which enabled anonymity of users. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has delivered in an inaugural address at the Energy and Resource Institute, TERI, World Sustainable Development Summit. And the theme of the summit was towards a resilient planet, ensuring a sustainable and equitable future. Ecology and environment. New bent toad deco species discovered in Meghalaya. A term of herpetologist recorded a new species, bent toad gecko, from एक तरह की छिपकली होती है, lizard आप कह सकते हैं, मच्छर gecko, in Umroi military station in Meghalaya. 2 species of fungi associated with basal term, basal stem rot found in Kerala. CMFRI identify new Karagid species. Very tough name, that must be scientific name. छोड़ दीजिए इसको. Belongs to queenfish group, is named as, ये देख लीजिए, खाजादिया bird sanctuary near Jamnagar in Gujarat and Bhakira wildlife sanctuary in Uttar Pradesh has been listed as wetlands of national importance by Ramsar Convention. With this, the total number of Ramsar sites in India goes up to 49 up to the month of February. Khijadia has become 4th wetland of Gujarat to get the Ramsar tag, and Nal Sarovara Bird Sanctuary, Thol Wildlife Sanctuary, and Wadhwan Wetland are the other Ramsar sites in Gujarat state. Last 2 were included in April last year. Thereafter, Aravali Biodiversity Park in Gurgaon, Haryana has been declared India's first other effective area-based conservation museum site. This was informed by Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Now, a few important days of the month of February. World's Wetland Day is celebrated on February 2nd, and the theme of this day was Wetlands Action for People and Nature. Now, World Interfaith Harmony Week, that is celebrated between 1st and 7th February, and International Day for Human Fraternity is celebrated on February 4th. National Women's Day in India is celebrated on 13th Feb. Every year, 13th February is celebrated as National Women's Day to commemorate the birth anniversary of Sarojini Naidu. So, Women's Day is celebrated to commemorate the birth of Sarojini Naidu. The theme of Financial Literacy Week is to, sorry, ये मुझे delete करना था, ये somehow रह गया है, इसकी जरूरत नहीं है, ये मैंने इसका कुछ portion delete कर दिया था. Yes, National Science Day. The National Science Day is celebrated on 28th February each year in India to separate the message about the importance of science in daily life of the people. The theme of the National Science Day for 2022 was Integrated Approach in Science and Technology for Sustainable Future. Thereafter comes Science and Technology. South Korean electronics manufacturing giant Samsung Electronics surpassed US chip maker Intel to become world's leading chip maker by revenue in 2021. This is not related to science and technology. Somewhere it is related to somehow I don't know why I kept this in this list. It is related to technology and trade and commerce. Thereafter, Indian Institute of Science Bangalore has installed and commissioned Param Pravega, one of the most powerful supercomputer in India. It is the largest supercomputer in Indian academic institution. Param Pravega has total supercomputing capacity of 2.3 petaflop, and 1 petaflop equals a quadrillion and 1 or 1015 operations per second. Supercomputer has been designed by Center for Development of Advanced Computing, CDEC. It has been developed under the National Supercomputing Mission. Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, has launched the beta version of Swarajability, a job portal powered by artificial intelligence that helps people with disabilities acquire relevant skills and find jobs. The platform will analyze profiles of job seekers and suggest the skills they would require to become eligible. Thereafter, Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, has decommissioned INSAT-4B, an Indian communication satellite that formed the part of Indian National Satellite System. INSAT-4B underwent post-mission disposal at the end of its services. INSAT-4B is 21st Indian geostationary Earth orbit satellite that undergo post-mission disposal. Thereafter, ISRO successfully launched Earth Observation Satellite EOS-04. 2 small satellites into the intended orbit. This was the first launch mission of ISRO in year 2022. The satellite was launched on board the launch vehicle PSLV C-52 rocket from the first launch pad of Space Dhawan Satish Dhawan Space Center at Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh. Next is DGCA, Drugs Controller of India, has approved Corona vaccine Biologicals E Limited Corbavax for children in the age group of 12 to 18 years. Next, Government of India has organized a week-long exhibition titled Vigyan Sarvatra Pujyate. इसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं है खास. Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, has organized regional farmer awareness program as part of Gramin Krishi Mausam Seva project and launched Kisan mobile application for farmers. This piece of news can be used in or can be kept in the list of apps and portals also. App will provide agro-meteorological services to farmers, and farmers from Haridwar, Dehradun, Pauri Garhwal district participated in the program. IBM launched the Cyber Security Hub in Bangalore to address concerns of its clients across the Asia Pacific region, EPAC. A multi-million dollar IBM Security Command Center will be located in IBM office in Bangalore, Karnataka. It is the first of its kind facility in this region. Now miscellaneous. Vande Bharat mission, massive evacuation program launched in May 22 in wake of COVID-19 pandemic. Operation Dev Shakti launched for the evacuation of Indian nationals, embassy staffs eligible Afghans. Operation Ganga. Government of India launched evacuation of Indian nationals from Ukraine due to Russia-Ukraine tension. Apps and services. WHO launched Quit Tobacco app. Agreement memorandum of understanding. Social media giant Meta has partnered with India industry body, the FICCI, to support 5 lakh women-led small business across India. Meta will undertake this initiative under C Means Business Program in the partnership with FICCI's Empowering the Greater 50% initiative. This initiative will create a support ecosystem for women and inspire them to become contributors in overall development of the country. Next, State Bank of India has launched a decentralized processing cell named Surya Shakti Cell. The objective is strengthening the existing financial arrangement for solar power projects. State Bank of India has signed tripartite memorandum of understanding with Indira Gandhi Center for Arts and National Culture Fund for the Ministry of Culture for the development of Atmanirbhar Bharat for Design ABCD at Alvan Barrack, Red Fort, New Delhi. The main objective of Project ABCD is to highlight, promote, and celebrate the products that have geographical indication sign to give a boost to economic value addition of GI products from India. GI stands for Geographical Indicator. Atal Innovation Mission and Niti Aayog and US Agency for International Development Market has announced a new partnership under the Sustainable Access to Markets and Resources for Innovative Delivery of Healthcare Samriddhi Initiative. Thereafter, a global IT service and technology solution company, Sonata Software, has announced its partnership with Microsoft for its launch in Microsoft Cloud for Retail. The company has been a partner with Microsoft for over 3 decades. Basically, Microsoft for Retail collaboration is expected to. This is basically cloud service company. Next, and the last is Amazon India signed memorandum of understanding with Karnataka State Rural Livelihood Promotion Society to support growth of women entrepreneurs. Amazon India will launch Sanjeevani KSRLPS in its platform, extend the benefit of the Saheli program to train and empower thousands of rural entrepreneurs and also provide online access to wider market for their products. The Saheli program offers training, skill development and workshop to women entrepreneurship. This is largely I found relevant in the month of February. हालांकि बहुत सारा डेवलपमेंट होता है आप जब PIB या न्यूज ऑन एयर और अदर न्यूज़पेपर के साथ देखोगे, then it will become a very I will say a plethora of content is there, and out of that very few content is of interest and is of relevance from the point of view of examination that I try my level best to keep up here. And this is all I want to discuss with you all, and good day to all of you and good night to all of you. See you next class. Please be there in class, every class. I will be I will start discussing the static part of the general awareness also.